Over July 26th and 27, 2025, intense rainfall brought widespread flooding to northern China, hitting Hebei province and the Beijing municipality especially hard. The relentless downpours triggered red-level alerts, landslides, infrastructure failure, and mass evacuations, marking one of the worst summer flood episodes in recent years. In Hebei province, the worst-hit areas included Baoding and Fuping County, where rainfall exceeded historical records. On July 26th, local weather stations in Fuping recorded an hourly rate of 145 mm, with over 540 mm falling in just 8 hours, more than the annual average. Torrents of water destroyed roads, homes, and fields, cutting off entire villages and forcing over 4,600 residents to evacuate. Officials confirmed 2 deaths and 2 missing persons as of July 27th. Landslides and flash floods complicated rescue efforts as saturated hillsides gave way. Meanwhile, in Beijing, the rural and mountainous Miyun district suffered serious impacts. More than 3,000 people were evacuated from 149 villages after roads collapsed and access was lost to key townships like Fengjiayu. Many areas experienced blackouts and loss of communications. The Miyun Reservoir, Beijing's largest water source, swelled with peak inflows, reaching 6,550 mid-3 per second, prompting emergency discharge operations to protect the dam's integrity. Although central urban Beijing avoided the worst, many suburban districts were affected by waterlogging and traffic disruption. Beijing's Meteorological Bureau issued red alerts for 10 of its 16 districts, warning of geological disasters including landslides and mudslides. Heavy rain was forecast to continue into July 28th, with up to 100 mm expected within 6 hours in Huairu, Pinggu, and Yanqing. Authorities urged residents in mountainous areas to remain vigilant and prepare for emergency evacuation. Rescue teams were mobilized using helicopters, drones, and satellite phones to coordinate relief in cutoff zones. Nationally, the Ministry of Water Resources issued flood warnings across 11 provinces as dozens of rivers breached warning levels. Flood diversion zones, rural lowlands designated for overflow, were activated in Hebei, sacrificing farmland and homes to protect cities. While such measures prevented larger urban disasters, they also triggered renewed concern over the impact on rural communities and long-term agricultural loss. Beijing's Meteorological Bureau issued red alerts for 10 of the city's 16 districts, with geological disaster warnings covering much of the rural and mountainous northern regions. Authorities warned that continued rainfall could bring over 100 millimeters in just 6 hours in districts like Huairu, Pinggu, and Yanqing. Citywide, residents were urged to avoid low-lying areas and report landslide signs. Fortunately, No deaths were reported within Beijing city limits as of July 27th, though damage to infrastructure and homes was widespread. This disaster follows meteorological warnings earlier in the summer that northern China would face elevated flood risks due to abnormal monsoon behavior and global climate patterns. Experts link these increasingly frequent extreme rainfall events to climate change, which has caused unpredictable swings between droughts and flooding in the region. The 2023 floods in Beijing were a stark precedent, and the current event reinforces the city's vulnerability to sudden weather shocks. These floods follow earlier warnings from Chinese meteorologists that northern regions would face heightened flood risks this summer. The increasingly erratic East Asian monsoon, intensified by global warming, has brought sharp fluctuations between drought and downpour. Experts say climate change is increasing the frequency and severity of extreme weather events in China's northern belt, an area not traditionally built to withstand this kind of rainfall. The floods of July 26 to 27 have exposed the limits of infrastructure resilience in both urban and rural zones. While improved warning systems and rapid response helped reduce casualties, the destruction to property, roads, and farmland is severe. As recovery begins, the focus will turn to rebuilding and reinforcing vulnerable areas before the next storm hits. Thanks for watching Severe Weather, where we break down the facts behind nature's most intense moments. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps this channel going. Hit the bell so you never miss a real, calm, and clear report. Note: some footage in this video may be used for illustration and may not show the exact event described. See you in the next one. Stay informed, stay safe,